Hi there, this is Matt. I've been trying to come up with a way to shoot um, some scenes for Westminster Abbey and St. Paul's for my travel blogs. By the way, I'm going to send a link to my Twitter. Up to this point, some of my travel blogs have been on unlisted because I wanted to kind of test the waters and see if anyone was actually interested. But I recently posted them on my Anglophile Twitter blog. There's two. There's a regular one and there's the Anglophile one. The and I'll get to the labeling on it shortly. Um, but I have a pet peeve with Google for 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 one thing. They're trying to put my Google account and my YouTube account together, and they're trying to put my real name on both of them. I don't want them to do that. Um, I have this thing where I don't trust people wearing suits and ties and or people who live in Silicon Valley that make lots of money. I trust the users to a certain extent. They don't not bullying me, but and they're not so far. I don't get that much exposure. Um, but I don't trust corporate America, and I don't just don't corporate anybody. So consequently, I have some profiles under my real name and some profiles under variations on Sam Gamgee's name because he's my favorite Lord of the Rings character and he totally rocks. Um, but and I'll get like I said, I'll get to that in a minute. And I so when I set up my YouTube account, originally it was Sam Gamgee 1968. Then I lost the password and could not seem to get it back, which got me really frustrated. And so, as a sort of mocking, joking revenge, I went totally Tolkien on them and went into quote original names. So that is why this account is called Banazir Galpsy 1968, and you'll have to read the appendices. Um, there, like I said, there's a fuller explanation. This is my second attempt at recording this. I'm going to record the surviving part of the first of this on edit onto the end, so you'll get to get a whole picture. At any rate, I'm rambling, and my original topic was why it's been taking me so long to finish off my travel vlogs for those of you who are there. And it comes down to this. When you go to St. Paul's or Westminster, they're not just tourist sites, they're real working churches. I mean, some of you are out there going, duh, and they are. Consequently, they have certain rules, and one of the rules is you're not allowed to really shoot video there, which is kind of what I wanted to do. But whatever. But I did get to go to a real service at St. Paul's, and it was really awesome. So I've been puzzling in my head, how am I going to handle this in the vlogs? Because I had a blast, and I can't just leave it out. But I've got no footage. Um, I tried to experiment a little bit with keying. I've got some green screen colored green poster boards nailed to the wall, and I was fiddling with them, and I still can't quite get Premiere Elements to do the keying effect correctly, nor can I get them lit the way I want them lit. It's just how it goes. So I'm thinking that's probably not a viable option for me. I'm gonna come up with some kind of a weird, artsy, puppety virtual visit or something. But it's gonna take some thinking, and that's why it's taken me so long. How to do this? Um, as I'm weighing various options and what the feasibility of them, and then how I'm gonna actually handle to do this with mostly just me and equipment, whatever. Um, I don't want to be just stills. I'm thinking something along the lines of the old original style of pre-visualizations from like the 70s. Um, some kind of animatic, not computerized animatic, but like old-fashioned animatic. Possibly either that or something with puppets. I'm not sure, or some combination. I've it's all wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. Oh, that's another thing too. When I was in England, my phone didn't work, and for that reason, wait a minute, I'm looking around where I put it. Ah, here he is. I have a friend I'd like to introduce you to. Now, the last time I tried to shoot this, I got into some issues with glare. So let's see if I can do this without. Is he going to glare on you? Oh, he's going to glare a little bit. Let's see if I can re-angle this device a little. He's still going to reflect like crazy. I have natural sunlight coming through my bedroom window, and that's how I'm lighting this video. That's not bad. This is Peter. He is a Sony Ericsson CK13i TXT phone. My normal phone is a track phone, made in Mexico. Yeah, corporate stiffs again, but it's cheap. And track phones don't work in England. They say they do. No, but you can receive from there. That's what it really amounts to. But so consequently, in order to have an actual working phone, there's a number of options. But what I wound up doing is going down to a shop in London, across from King's Cross, and just like here in the States, many of the more reasonable shops are run by Arabs. Welcome, the empire's coming home. So anyway, um, and this one was this bizarre little kind of cross between a corner grocery, a gift shop, and a phone stop. And the guy sold me this wonderful little telephone I call Peter. Now, I'm not going to actually play for you the ring phone, the ring numbers that I have on him, because for one thing, he doesn't actually function as a phone in the States. He functions as a phone in England and Europe, I suspect, but not in the States. He was on a Labara contract. Um, and just like my track phone didn't function in Europe. So, um, right now he's a glorified PDA. He's got music function. He'll play MP3s. He'll go on Wi-Fi, provided there's a decent connection, and sometimes a bit slow on that even. Um, and he will take pictures. So I use him as a camera because I don't really have a good camera right now, and I keep scratching my nose. Sorry about that. Um, but one of the things I use him for at work, I work with autistic children at work, and transitions are big with them. So you do countdowns, 5 minutes left, 4 minutes left, 3 minutes left, and they love when you get down to the last few seconds. You can actually do an old-fashioned rocket countdown. 10, 9, 8. And at the end of it, I have a copy of Maury Gold's version from season 4 of the revived Doctor Who. It's 55 seconds, just under a minute. So at the end of one, I hit the button, and they get to hear, and it gives them exactly a minute to finish up what they're doing and line up and get ready for the next activity. Um, so that's one of the crazy things I can do with this phone. Um, so at this point, I'm going to edit in the explanation about the names that I use, and then we'll wrap it up. Are you still shooting? Yeah. Banazir Gelpsy, for those of you who don't know, is Sam Gamgee from The Lord of the Rings. Tolkien has this thing with imaginary languages. In fact, the imaginary languages came first and the stories came afterwards. So the quote unquote real name of Samwise Gamgee is actually Banazir Galbasi. And just as Gamgee gets shortened to Gamgee, so Galbasi gets shortened to Gelpsy. And so he's really Ban Gelpsy. This is Tolkien. Just flow with it. Um, and so I had a YouTube account at one time that was Sam Gamgee 1968, and I misplaced the password. Could never seem to get it back, no matter what I did. Sent them emails, blah blah blah. Didn't come back. So I started a new YouTube account, and just to be cute, I really geeked out and put it in quote original languages. So that's where who he is. And most of my online accounts are some version of Sam's name because he's my favorite character from The Lord of the Rings, and he just rocks. Um, so you'll either find him under the simple way, or you'll find him combined, or you'll find him like this. So, um, and then the ones that use my real name, there are a couple of them, but I don't want them necessarily all. I don't want the suits putting them together. You can put them together. I don't want the suits putting them together. It's just me. That's how I think. Okay, deal with it. So I think this video is just about done, and I've said everything else I want to say. Um, you can write me if you'd like to. That'd be great. Um, you can put your comments, and for right now they're down here somewhere. Um, who knows? YouTube keeps shifting things around. They used to put your suggestions over there, and then over there, and then down there, and all over the place. And now they've got rolling scrolls and playlists, and I think they have an auto-generated playlist on some of my videos too. And I have some stuff that I put on like unlisted because I was worried about the privacy issues. But I've gotten to the point where it's just they're gonna do what they're gonna do. So if you find my Twitter account with my real name on it, and there's a number 2 on it, um, because there's actually 2 Twitters, then you will be able to see some of the other trip videos I put together and vlogs. Um, let's see. There is another, the second Twitter, by the way, is another Sam variation with an illustration by me of what I think he actually looks like as the profile. This is one of the things. The suits don't like this stuff. They're not fanboys. So if you can find it, great. I'm not going to tell you all the step-by-steps, but I think I've given you clues. If you can find them, great. Um, it's kind of a game. It really is a game, you know, just to see who's really interested in finding out, you know, stuff and whatever. By the way, if there's anyone out there who would like to follow my adventures more, please let me know that too. And also, if you're in England, cheers. Bye.
No wonder that butter's been shilling a pound. See the little farmer's daughters, how they're right up and down. If you ask them the reason, they'll say, bonny love, there's a French war and our cows have no grass. Singing on us is all out of fashion. These are the rigs of the time, my boys. These are the rigs of the time. Oh, the next is a publican, I must bring him in. He just popping the court, he thinks it's no sin. When he do bring it in, the measure is short. The top of the pot is popped off with a froth. Singing on us is all out of fashion. These are the rigs of the time, my boys. These are the rigs of the time. Now the very best plan that I can find is to pop them all up in a high gill of wine. And when they get off, the clouded will bust, and the biggest old rascals come toppling down fast. Singing all is all out of fashion. These are the rigs of the time, my boys. These are the rigs of the time.